Ain't no sunshine when she's gone.
What's up, y'all? We back. Outside edition. Please bear with me while I'm trying to go through this transition period, still not having a computer or any of my usual setup that I used to have to record these videos. I got myself a mic. I'm mic'd up. Are you fucking serious? This car alarm went off for about 2, maybe to 5 fucking minutes, and it went silent. I thought I was fine. I thought I was fucking fine. It looks like we're gonna have to relocate. Okay, we've relocated. But in some crazy news, Dana White and Zuffa Boxing has signed Conor Benn to an 8-figure contract deal for 1 fight, and Eddie Hearn is fuming.
When you compare Matchroom shows to Zuffa shows, quite frankly, Zuffa shows are absolute complete dog shit.
I'm sure most of you know, but for those of you who don't know, Eddie Hearn has been the promoter behind Conor Benn for literally since the beginning of his career, all the way till, well, since Dana White took him from him. He's built Conor Benn up from the ground up, put him on so many different pay-per-view cards under Anthony Joshua undercards, stuck loyal to him after the whole drug scandal, and even reportedly had given Conor Benn $100K when he was like very down and out. Needless to say, Eddie Hearn is feeling very, very betrayed by this whole thing, especially since he found out about the news through Conor Benn's lawyers, not even from Conor Benn himself.
I forgot it was boxing, you know? And I was like, I just felt that the loyalty that we've shown would never ever put us in this position. And I just felt that I never really needed to push Conor Benn to sign a new contract previously. And I probably could have got him to sign a new contract previously. But like I said, I blame myself. I made a mistake because I misjudged the character. And again, I'm not going to hang him out to dry. And he will say, well, it was a big offer, right? But, you know, when I received the email from his lawyer, I texted him and said, I think we should have a call. I think you, for everything I've done for you, I think I deserve a call. And he said no. And I was like, man, fuck.
Which to me is crazy. It's absolutely crazy. What's even crazier is the fact that Eddie Hearn had asked Conor Benn if he can get on the phone with him just to discuss anything after finding out the news of him signing with Zuffa Boxing. Conor Benn just straight up said no. Straight up, just no. Now, if you ask me, and if you ask a lot of other people who are covering this topic, somebody that you've dedicated your hard work and your investment, and even like money, time, effort, reputation for a decade, and then out of nowhere they signed with currently one of your biggest ops in the promotion game, then doesn't even want to even entertain the idea of getting on a phone with you, is crazy to me. That's actually so insane. This is a huge power move for Dana White and Zuffa Boxing. Pretty sure Dana White and Turki Al-Sheikh are like together in Zuffa Boxing with like Riyadh season funding and stuff like that, so they are able to sign these big insane contract numbers. And he literally just stole Eddie Hearn's fighter right out from under him. No conversations, no nothing. If you ask me, I'm pretty sure Dana White and Conor Benn had a meeting. Dana White brought him that number. And we'll get to the number later in a bit, trust me. But he brought him the contract number and said, look, this is right now. Take it or leave it. No talks with Eddie, no nothing. Conor signed it, and we are where we are right now. The thing is, with Zuffa Boxing, there's been a lot of talks on how exactly Dana White is going to be able to handle the contract negotiations and stuff like that, given how differently fighter pay is in the UFC versus in boxing. But with Dana White having a close relationship with Turki Al-Sheikh, essentially in the business negotiation standpoint, it does open up a lot of avenues for him. I have a quote from Turki about it, this whole situation when they first started like branching together in business.
We have the same vision, me and Dana White. I trust that this league in a short time will crush everything. Now, I believe that these words are now coming to fruition because you say you have to be a shark, Eddie. The problem is Dana White has bigger teeth in the backing that he's got. And clearly Conor Benn was like, it ain't even worth talking to Eddie.
As you can see, this is full backing, at least for now. We always know this shit gets messy. Now, the actual number that Conor Benn signed for, remind you, a 1-fight deal was $15 million. Conor Benn backstabbed and betrayed everybody that he was working with for $15 million for 1 fight. Obviously, I'm pretty sure there's going to be more fights coming after that, maybe, who knows. But to me, that's crazy. What's even crazier, though, is that if I was a UFC fighter, specifically a UFC champion at the top of the divisions that I fought at, literally if I'm half the roster who has more drawing power than Conor Benn, bigger names in the US and worldwide than Conor Benn, I'm looking at this $15 million and going, Dana, what the fuck? Now, there have been plenty of fighters who have talked about fighter pay. Recently, Justin Gaethje with the new Paramount deal, which I'm pretty sure Dana got him to shut up a little bit behind the scenes because he didn't want to talk about it really during fight week. But also there have been plenty of other fighters who have come out and said that people complaining about fighter pay and trying to lobby and unionize is stupid and this and that, and they should be grateful. If you ask me, no, the fuck they shouldn't. They are getting paid pennies when they should be getting paid dollars. I forget what the specific percentage number is between the fighters and the actual revenue for the company, but considering that Dana White doesn't even put any effort into actually promoting the UFC or any promotion with the UFC's fighters anymore, this is some fucking bullshit. And it's been going on for a long time, and a lot of people have noticed that Dana White's decline in actually giving a shit about the UFC or any of its fighters has been evident for years now. There are so many things that the UFC used to do on a basic level for fight promotion that they just don't do anymore. They just chalk it up to a Nina Drama interview and whatever the fuck else. But yeah, if I'm Taporia, if I'm Islam Makhachev, I'm looking at Dana White fucking crazy right now because UFC champions reportedly make between usually $500K to 3 to 4 million on a fight. Comparing those numbers with boxing is actually fucking stupid. There are many fighters on the UFC's roster, both in the higher echelons of their divisions and at the basic level, who still work full-time jobs. Some fighters who straight up cannot pay their own bills. Many of them have resorted to getting money from outside the UFC through unconventional means and not like sponsorships because the UFC doesn't allow sponsorships for their fighters. They've tried it through social media, through TV deals, through all their other types of branding, acting, all sorts of different avenues for them to make money. Like, do you think these people would be on podcasts with their own YouTube channels if they didn't have to, or if they didn't think that it would be making them a good amount of money outside of the UFC at this point? Call a spade for spade. UFC fighter pay has been dog shit for a long time. It's ridiculous. It's honestly fucking ridiculous. That's just my take on it for now. I might make a video on Mario Barrios versus Ryan Garcia coming up tonight, as well as the UFC that's happening tonight with Sean Strickland. And I do plan on making a follow-up video covering Sean Strickland because I need to clear up some fucking things. I remember that like small brief period of time where Sean Strickland became champion and like everyone was like, hey, this guy's kind of cool and he's kind of down to earth and he's funny. Transitioning to now, dude, I'm so fucking tired of him, yo. Anyway, leave a like on the video, comment your thoughts on this whole Conor Benn signing with Zuffa Boxing and Dana White fucking over Eddie Hearn in a big way, honestly. Subscribe for more in the future. Later, y'all.